I tell you, Wilmington opts to line up for a field goal instead of going for it. So the ball's on just around the 5-yard line. It's going to be about a 22-yard field goal.
This will be interesting.
The snap was temporarily bobbled, but the kicker, Parker Henry, recovers, times it perfectly, and drills the field goal. It's 10 Wilmington, 0 Ross.
Tony, we've got on our Facebook stream, we don't have this, but on our YouTube stream, just for the audience out there, we have a logo of the new BTS Sports Show. You know what that is?
Well, I think I'm the T. So.
You're the T, Bill, Tony, and who's the S?
Steve.
Steve, that's right. And typically, you'll be on Wednesdays at, what do we say, 4 or 6 or?
4.
4 o'clock.
Talking sports.
And you can find that on WZAA, on our WZAA website. And that's live. And that actually, this last one that we did, you were in Gahanna in your palatial estate. And I think Bill was in our studio. And then Steve was in... I think he was down in Hillsborough.
Isn't that amazing, the technology?
And we brought all 3 of you into our studio and was able to broadcast that out.
I'm going to have a different background next time, Rick.
Just message the Campus Nation Facebook page. If you're looking for this game, it's on right now.
All right, anybody who's looking for the game on the Campus Nation Facebook page, it is absolutely, I'm told, live and up and running. So go to the page.
If you're on our Facebook page, it should be at the top. But the recorded version will be posted after the game since the YouTube stream. Unfortunately, the live didn't pan out correctly. And then it will appear on the campusnation.com website.
Nice kick return by Ross across the 50 to the Wilmington 46 on first down. There's that stretch play again, and this time it might go, and it's gonna go for a Ross touchdown. That's number 4, Jay Warren. What a nice looking play that was. Jay Warren with the inside handoff, and out he goes to the far right sideline for a touchdown run. Are they hearing you say that, Sid? Or do you want me to say?
I think we could switch cameras, actually.
The PAT is good. And we're at 10-7. How are they hearing you? I don't hear you.
You don't hear me?
I hear Rick Phillips. I don't hear Sydney.
Well, Sydney's not on a... She doesn't actually have a...
They should be able to hear me on the line.
That's great. Yeah. All right, let's reintroduce where we are and who we are. We're at Alumni Field on the beautiful campus, and I mean gorgeous campus of Wilmington High School. Week 1, high school football 2021, Alumni Field. I'm Tony Mancuso. We've heard from Rick Phillips, who's the head honcho of this freight train. We hear Sydney in the background, too, trying to get the technical stuff ironed out. How we doing, Rick? The whole crew is up here. Even the what's the rescue dog's name, or the not a rescue dog. What's it called? He has a little logo on his shoulder. What's his logo say? Helper pet? What is it? Service dog. There we go. What kind of dog is that? A service dog, but does it have a breed, Sydney? What is it? Mix. Okay. That narrows it down to about 5,000 different possibilities. It's a black dog with furry hair. Good size, too, folks. I wasn't expecting a dog up in the booth, Joe. Scared me at first. I thought we were on an attack mode of some sort because it's got like a wolf looking look to it, Sydney. Like a wolf. When you say it's a mix, it seems like a mix of a wolf. Kick goes long, kickoff inside the 5-yard line. Busted out of there by number 3, Adrian Cody. The junior combo wide receiver, defensive back. Nice return. We're at 3:25 here at first quarter action. Wilmington High School. Wilmington leading Ross 10-7. Rick, how we doing, buddy?
I'm going to try to. Sydney did the best she could as far as positioning the camera for Facebook, but I'm going to try to reposition it so we don't get blocked out like we have been.
Well, do your thing.
And
ball's at the 25-yard line.
Jamie Lynn Watson's watching. Vicki Hutchins is watching. We welcome you to our Facebook broadcast. We've been having some issues with our YouTube broadcast, but it is recording. There's been some bandwidth issues here, but we are on our Facebook through our, I don't know if we've got the latest technology. I mean, we do on our phones, but I don't know if there's, I know there's LTE, there's the 4, but I don't know if there's a 5 tower here in Wilmington. I guess there would be, I'd hope.
Well, we'll figure that out as we go, as the season goes on and as this game goes on. I'm sure we're going to be just fine.
Anyway, it's 10-7, and we are still in the first quarter play, 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. It's 3rd and 8. The ball is on Wilmington's 27. Both teams have scored a touchdown. Wilmington has scored an extra field goal, so they lead 10-7.
Big 3rd and 8 play for Wilmington here on their 26-yard line. McElvoy back to pass, guns it, and it is complete. A first down conversion. McElvoy to Tanner Killen for a first down, Wilmington. And the march goes on, Rick.
Another Killen there.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that's the coach and Mrs. Kid, right?
Well, they have 2 boys.
So I bet that's one
of them just joined the military.
Great.
I think he's in the Army.
Awesome.
And they have been updating frequently on Facebook his exploits. But as much as they can, obviously, when you're first in training, you don't make a lot of contact with the outside world. But they know that he is there.
Well, congratulations. That's a wonderful thing. McElvoy on the keeper is stuffed at the line. Might have gained a yard on first down. He got some valuable playing time last year at quarterback, Rick, so this is his show this year. Listed as a senior. I thought he was in that junior class, but I guess not.
Tony, they grow up so quickly.
I would have bet the house he was a junior, but when we look down, he is a senior. Ball with the nose at the 40. 2nd and about 8. First quarter action. Winding down toward a minute to go, first quarter. McElvoy, the handoff to the junior running back, Thane McCoy, sharing a lot of the load with Thad Stuckey. We remember those guys last year as sophomores. Speaking of growing up, here they are as juniors, still sharing the load at the tailback position.
So we got looks like a 4th and 44. Ball's on the 44. It's
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, yeah. 24 seconds
That's a
remaining.
long way to be 3rd and 44.
Yes, it
Rick.
would be. Yes, it would be. That would be where I would be if I was quarterbacking.
That's a long road. But with the offside penalty,
That'll be a first down.
Wilmington is given another first down. That's the second time, Rick, that a Ross penalty has resulted in a Wilmington first down, just giving them away.
Maria Gibson is watching on our YouTube or our Campus Nation Facebook channel. Maria, how are you? We are glad you're tuning in. And right now, Facebook Live is the only live we're doing. We are recording on YouTube, hopefully to be able to play it back here later. We've had bandwidth issues here in the press box, but with Facebook, we are on our 5G.
We come to the end of quarter number 1 here at Alumni Field. Our opening quarter of our opening game, it's Wilmington 10, Ross 7. As we head up to the second quarter action. These promos, Rick, are we reading them? I'd love to if you'll let me.
Go ahead and read them.
All right. Here we go. The very first promo of 2021 reads as follows. Campus Nation has big things in the works for 2021, featuring broadcasts from high school to the Ohio State University Club sports. If you're looking to expand your network, becoming an official sponsor of Campus Nation is the perfect opportunity for you. Message us on Facebook or call Rick Phillips at 937-527-6674. That's 937-527-6674.
Jason Davis is watching on our Facebook channel. Hopefully we will get things worked out between now and next week because we've got 2 games. One game will be we haven't gotten clearance yet, but we're hopefully going to follow Wilmington to Miami Trace to play the Panthers this next week. And then also we are getting in touch with Anderson High School. Massey will be opening away at Anderson. No one wanted to play them at home.
I bet.
Game. Can you imagine that?
What a surprise.
Yeah, well, Kettering Alter played them last year, but they weren't committed to, they were sort of a late fill because of COVID, so they weren't committed to the 2-year thing. So,
well, who wants to go on the road and get spanked? So,
well, not you need your opening game. That sort of ruins the rest of your.
It could.
Yeah.
McAvoy rolling out to the left, overthrows his receiver.
Intercepted.
I don't know. I think that ball hit the ground. Let's see. They are calling it a pick, but boy, oh boy, that ball.
It was close. He scooped it off the ground.
The officials are meeting at midfield. That ball, Rick, looked like it hit the ground. If that's a pick, I'll be surprised. And they're still talking it over. It ended up intercepted, but that ball, if that ball didn't bounce, then I need an eye test check.
Tim and Jackie Sturr is watching on our Facebook Live page. Brandon Quick is watching on Facebook Live. Welcome to you all.
You know what's interesting, Rick? If high school football had replay, that would be one that we'd definitely be looking at again.
Well, you know, part of our new
that looked like it bounced.
Yeah, part of our new system will allow us, when we've got the proper thing set up in the bandwidth, it'll give us instant replay on
There's
all
an inside handoff that is coughed up and picked up.
So they actually gained yardage from the fumble.
By Ross. That was an interesting play. An inside handoff was fumbled and picked up by the Ross receiver, who ran it out even about 10 or 15 more yards to about the 36-yard line.
You think that was a trick play?
So a play that was botched ends up a big gain for the Rams. What do they say about best laid plans? I doubt that the Ross coaching staff drew that up that way on
Probably
the
not.
chalkboard,
Probably not.
but it worked. Hey, it worked.
Not getting anywhere this time.
There's an inside handoff to Braden Fraseman. We're hearing Frosman on the PA, so we'll go with Frosman. They don't give us phonetic pronunciations of some of the folks' names, so Braden Frosman with the carry. The senior 6'2", 205 for the Ross Rams. It's now 34-yard line of Wilmington as Ross, keeper by Aiden Brown, stacked up on the line. Not much there, Rick.
I think this is Heather Michelle is watching, so I'm assuming that's Heather Michelle, probably first and middle name. But we welcome you to the Campus Nation Facebook Live broadcast. We are currently recording the broadcast on our YouTube channel, but we've had bandwidth issues on that channel, so I don't know how well this recording is going to end up. Hopefully, it will be fine.
There's an inside handoff to Frasman, who turns it outside, but is stacked up. Not much gain. Not much on the ground for brings up 4th and 9. And of course, with the ball on about the 35-yard line of Wilmington, they are not punting Ross. Instead, going to go for it. Too long for a field goal at the high school level,
Yeah,
of
you're
course.
sort of in the middle there.
Yeah,
You're in that
you're in no man's land where you got to go for it,
So we
because
got a timeout.
so that I think that was called by the Ross sideline to set up a play on 4th and 9. Time to read something else. Let's talk about WZAA. Campus Nation is powered by WZAA 106.9 LPFM, an over-the-air and streaming radio station with a wide variety of programs featuring the outdoors, politics, music, just to name a few. Why choose between radio, TV, or social ads when you can have them all in one place, or a combination of your choice? Find all the WZAA 106.9 LPFM programs on YouTube or Facebook. To join our community, shoot us a message or call the Venerable Rick Phillips at 937-527-6674. Rick, I'll tell you, you're everywhere, aren't you?
Yeah, we try.
You're in all these promos. You're the technical guru. You're the chief honcho in
I also
charge.
get blamed when stuff like this happens.
Color commentator, blame for everything. It's your fault, right?
Right.
All right. Well, I don't blame you. Neither does our audience. On 4th down, Brown rolling out, still rolling out, and it completes the pass inside the 15-yard line. On the other end of that is number 21, Logan Hammonds.
Are they calling that a touchdown?
I don't think.
I thought he was out of bounds.
He was.
Like at the 2
A
or
nice
something like
play,
that.
though, by the QB, Aiden Brown, rolling out to his left, buying time, finding his receiver. So big 4th down conversion for the Ross Rams. They maintain possession at the Wilmington 11, threatening to take the lead, Rick. That was a nice looking play.
It was.
Yeah, I like that. Good looking play. So the timeout worked, was well scripted.
So he must have went out about the 10. Oh,
Fumbled
offside.
snap,
They're offside.
and there's
Someone
going to be a
moved.
whistle anyway. The snap was bobbled by
I
Brown.
think they're coming back 5 yards.
Yeah, they're calling it a illegal procedure. So -5 for Ross. Takes them back to the 16-yard line, but they're going to get the first down over again.
For those of you that might ask, where is Ross? Ross is in Hamilton. Hamilton Ross is the actual school name. And Hamilton, Ohio, of course, if you're familiar with the Cincinnati and the Butler County area, There's where you find Hamilton, Ohio.
Brown on an inside keeper gets back to about the 14-yard line. That looked like a broken play too to me, Rick. Like he wanted to hand off, but his running back wasn't there to take the ball.
Well, you know no matter how many reps you get in practice or even in a scrimmage, it's not like when you're actually going up against another team.
No doubt.
And so, like anything else, this is the first game of the season, so they're testing, and you've got the freshmen out there, sophomores out there that haven't had as many snaps. Good tackle.
That play is stuffed.
That looks like a loss of about 4.
Great defensive stand by the Wilmington defense on that play.
Looks like it's going to be the 3rd and 14, 3rd and 16 now and it's the ball on the 16. So if it's 3rd and 16 on the 16, it's got to be 3rd and goal, right? So can they actually get it to the 1-yard line?
I think the drive started, or that sequence started on the 11. So I think they can get a first down inside about the 1.
Yeah, it'd have to be like the 1-inch line.
Yeah, they can do it. 8 minutes to go, second quarter.
Nope,
Whistles blow that play dead. Delay a game on Hamilton Ross. So they're moving them backwards, Rick.
Yeah, the Rams are going the wrong way.
Right, the goal line is to the left, but they're heading the other way. 10-7, Hurricane leading the Rams of Hamilton Ross. Ball now on the 20. They can get a first down. The drive started at just outside the 10, around the 11. So I think they can get a first down, Rick. But we'll see. There's a rollout pass that's complete. And number 4, Jay Warren, dances to about the 6, but that's it.
Alan Davis is watching on our Facebook Live page. Welcome, Alan.
Make it the 8-yard line. So it's 4th down and it's 4th down. I don't think it's 4th and goal, even though the scoreboard is wrong. I think you can get a first down inside the 1.
Okay, now they're correcting it. It's 4th and 7. The ball is on the 8.
Yeah, see?
So if they get down to the 1-yard line, they will. Oh, they're going to kick a field goal.
They're kicking a field goal, and it looks like.
Look good. Yeah, we got a tie game here. So
that's Sully Spencer, the kicker for the Rams, who boots the game-tying field goal here in the second quarter. That was Sully Spencer with the field goal at the 7:37 mark of quarter number 2. Sully Spencer, junior for Ross, ties the game. It's Wilmington 10, Hamilton 10. Hamilton Ross. Beautiful night tonight. Gorgeous night. Doesn't seem like the air conditioning's working.
I think that the air conditioning hasn't been working since, when was the stadium built?
Yeah. Wait till October. We'll be praying for nights like this.
Well, if they're correct about what our winter is going to be like.
What are we hearing? Good or bad?
Bad. We're going into a little ice age, so.
Oh, Lord. No ice. Good looking kick. Drives number 1 Isaiah Wriggling into the end zone for a touchback. Strong kick.
Yeah, for those of you that probably either weren't alive or don't remember, the last little ice age that we had, the Thames River froze over. People could walk out on the Thames. So it got pretty cold.
What year are you talking about?
It was back in, the 18-somethings.
Yeah, I'm not sure any listeners that we have remember that live.
It's
Well, let's figure like this. If you're able to navigate all this computers and all the technology to be listening to this and you remember the ice age of the 1800s, I want to meet you. Where can we meet after the game? Because I want to shake your hand.
Well, I don't think there's any old folks homes
That's the
around
greatest thing I've ever
Well, I
heard.
guess there
If
is
it's
Cape
true.
May. Cape May.
Busting out is number 24, Thane McCoy. That would be the greatest thing ever. Not only to be 200 years old, but to figure out computers at that age. It's great.
Yeah, they had some strange computers back 200 years ago.
Yeah. It's called rocks, right?
Rocks and tablets.
Right. Sydney remembers those days.
Yeah, Sydney's.
Does Sydney even remember a calculator or no?
She's pushing 30.
They didn't have calculators in her day.
All right, you just turned 28. That's right. August the 1st.
That's an inside handoff to number 24, Thane McCoy. See, Sydney does. You know what I did today, Rick? I rode my bike and listened to see if Sydney recognizes this, my Sony Walkman cassette player. And I was
you
actually,
still have one?
you know what I was listening to? The old Riding the Wave with Dave tapes.
They still have those?
On WKRC.
They still have those?
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, mine isn't working.
Speaking of old folks' homes.
Mine isn't working very good.
He probably remembers that ice age.
Yeah, but he wouldn't help because he couldn't figure out the computers.
No, that's true. He can't even work a Mac.
3rd and 7 for Wilmington.
Offsides.
The whistles blow.
Was it a false start?
I think so.
Well, the defense, acted as though they were going to rush, and in doing so, Wilmington flinched, and so they were called for the offsides, the early start. So we got a 3rd and 12. The ball's on the 23. 6:04 remaining in the second half. Here from Alumni Stadium in Wilmington, Ohio. Tony Mancuso doing your play-by-play. Rick Phillips here, trying to do anything I can do to help out. Joe Holdren's on the YouTube camera, but you can't see that right now. But trust me, he is. Dean Thompson's done some camera work earlier. We've got a bigger crowd by the minute coming up on our Facebook live stream because it is live.
The penalty moves the ball back to the 18 on 3rd and 12. Another whistle.
I think this is Jossie Spencer that's watching here.
Another false start by Wilmington. So they've went back 10 yards without even snapping the ball. 2 procedure type penalties moves them back. So instead of a 3rd and 7, they're at 3rd and 17.
So the Hurricane are doing what the Ross Rams did the last set.
Heading the wrong way.
They're going
Rick.
the wrong way. So hopefully they can still convert.
You want to go to the right.
Tyler Curry has joined us.
McElvoy rolls out and throws the ball back to number 39, and that's going to bust for a first down. What a nice looking play.
A conversion.
Jeff Valentine, the tight end, curls back around, takes the pass from McElvoy and converts a first down. How about that? Good looking play. Beautiful play. Loved that. So despite the penalties, doesn't affect the Wilmington Hurricane. They convert anyhow. Good looking play. When you're a coach and you draw that up and it works that way, that's like being in heaven, you know, Rick?
Yeah, and Scott Killen, we know he is a brilliant defensive coach. And I don't know whether he actually runs this offense now or whether he's got a coordinator that actually runs the offense.
Well, Jody Drake is listed as the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. And if that was Jody's brainchild, that call.
That was great.
Well done, Coach Drake. McElvoy on the keeper, straight up the middle, pushes his way across the 40 to the 41. Tough looking run for the senior QB. Cameron McAvoy. So it's 41-yard line now for the Hurricane. Second down, about 5.
We're hoping next week that we will be able to bring 2 games. The Massey game from Anderson. And Anderson is in Forest Park, Ohio, for those of you that are not familiar with the area, but more towards the east side of Cincinnati. Well, east, it's more so towards the west side of Cincinnati. And then, of course, we all know where Miami Trace is up in Fayette County, our backyard with our radio station.
Big gainer up the middle for number 26. That's Thad Stuckey, the junior running back. Another Wilmington first down.
And we want to say a hi to Terry Holt. Thank God for Campus Nation. I love live football. Well, we hope that we'll be able to bring live football not just on our Facebook page, but also on our YouTube channel. We have some issues with the connection here from the press box on YouTube. Normally, we would be doing that, and people would be wanting to be able to put it on their YouTube channel on their television and see it in all its glory. But it'll be posted up there after the game for those of you that want to watch it again or watch it for the first time. But our Facebook Live is live. And so at least we are making sure that we're bringing you a live game.
There's a handoff to 26, Thad Stuckey. Picks up about 3.
Kathy Hennessy is watching on our Facebook Live. Hi, Kathy.
What a gorgeous night as we tick down to 3:35 to go in the first half.
And with all the rain we had this week,
tonight
it cleared
is
out
beautiful.
perfectly
Absolutely
yesterday afternoon.
Beautiful.
And now we have a beautiful evening here on a Friday night.
My yard is the only one in my neighborhood not cut, Rick. So hopefully when I get home, it'll be done.
Figured Dave would be mowing your lawn.
No,
He doesn't
he's
do that
never
kind of
done
thing?
that.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Mowing's beneath him.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's a keeper by McAvoy. Goes outside the 20 to the 10, cuts back inside and is down inside the 5 at about the 2.
There's a flag.
And there's a late flag. What a run by the senior quarterback, Cameron McAvoy.
Might be a late hit.
Big gainer and a flag down late. Looks like the official signaling a face mask. Let's see. I don't think it's going to negate the gain. Yes, face mask. Ross. So we're going half the distance, which puts it at about the 1. It's first and goal from the 1-yard line. Big run by Cameron McAvoy.
Now, Sydney, get ready because there's going to be a big boom from the cannon here. We'll warn you ahead of time.
Did it scare the dog at all?
No, it doesn't scare the dog. She's a service dog, but
so
my
she's
wife,
trained not to be scared.
That's
by
right,
that
but my
stuff.
wife. They're in.
There's a push for the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Josh Snell, the big fullback. Josh Snell with a short run for the Wilmington touchdown. It's 16, Wilmington, Ross 10, pending the Parker Henry extra point. Parker Henry lining it up. Nice bull run by Mr. Snell.
And it's good.
The kick is pure and good right down the middle. So the score is now 17-10. Wilmington leading Ross here at Alumni Field, opening weekend. High school football in Ohio 2021. The Campus Nation Facebook page, campusnation.com, and the YouTube channel will be later on. WZAA 106.9 LPFM is also a sister station of all this group. Rick, tell us about all that. Tell us about some things that's going on at Campus Nation.
Well, we are, and that's part of what we're working out here. We are working out the bugs. We have a new system, a new way that we broadcast. And in doing so, it's going to give us a lot more capability. We're going to be able to add additional cameras. Right now, we're just using the one camera for Facebook Live and the one camera for our YouTube recording. But when we get done, we should be able to have, many cameras throughout the stadium. A lot more than even we've done, I think, a 3-camera setup before, but we'll be able to do 3, 4, and it'll give us the ability to have instant replay from any one of those cameras. We'll be able to go from camera to camera and show you the instant replay from various angles.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What an awesome thing. There's an onside kick that almost worked. It was a squib kick by Wilmington, designed to do exactly what it did, which causes Ross some stress and some havoc. They do fall on the ball. The only problem with that play, Rick, is good field position now for Ross at the 46, since it didn't result in a change of possession.
Chad McAllister's watching. Hey, Chad, how you doing? He's been on Campus Nation before. Rob Rapich, I think that's how we pronounce it. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name right, Rob, but he's watching us on our Facebook Live. This is Chad McAllister. Facebook Live is where we have our live stream right now. We've been having problems on our YouTube channel, but hopefully we'll work those out as we work with some of this new software and the things that we're doing, and the things that will give us all kinds of new bells and whistles. And but we're trying to sort of take it one step at a time and get this all working.
Well, that time Braden Frassman was underneath center and took the quarterback snap. So what's interesting, Brown has went to like a slot receiver, and Frassman has went to the quarterback. So the two of them have flip-flopped. There goes Frassman, who's breaking for a touchdown, and he is knocked out of bounds. He got in.
Yeah, he actually...
but there's a flag down. It's going to come back, Rick. Pretty sure it's coming back.
And the flag is down.
Yes, no, it's a face mask on Wilmington. So the touchdown is going to count. How about that? So Ross makes a change and puts Braden Frassman under center, and it results in a long TD run for Braden, excuse me. Braden, the senior.
Back and forth we go.
And whistles again. What's that song, Whistle While You Work? We've had that as the theme song for tonight. Whistle while you work. I can't sing or whistle.
2 minutes and 11 seconds to go. That you won't have to worry about listening to Tony try to sing here, because it'll be halftime.
Yeah, really.
Is it good?
I don't know what happened, if it's age or what. Maybe Sydney someday will suffer this fate. I thought I really wasn't that bad as a younger guy, Rick. It's just the older you got, your voice just loses it. Well, explain that to me.
You think it gets weaker?
Explain that.
Are you asking me because I'm a little older than you?
Yeah, because I thought I wasn't that bad a singer back when I was 28 years old.
Maybe your hearing.
Now I stink.
Is it your hearing?
I guess. Maybe I was bad then too. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go. We're tied up at Alumni Field at 17-17. What a good game we've got. The opener, nip and tuck, tight back and forth. Fun game. Wilmington and Ross all knotted up.
It's just that it's the Facebook page of Campus Nation. Yeah.
Nice to get those promos, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
you know, anywhere we go.
It echoed all over the stadium, Rick. These kickoffs by number 29, Sully Spencer, have been boomed. So the face mask penalty is enforced on the kickoff. The touchdown run by Frassman resulted in a 5-yard face mask against Wilmington.
My wife is getting sassy, Tony.
What? What's she saying now?
She didn't realize that there's cold water in the refrigerator, so she brought me a warm water.
Kickoff is down to about the 4-yard line.
Follow me on Twitter @SidMarketStuff.
Sam Davidson is watching on our Facebook Live page.
And a nice kickoff.
Nice return.
Yeah, nice return by Isaiah Wriggling, the senior for the Wilmington Hurricane. Takes it across the 40, I think, is where they're going to mark it, at about the 41 and a half. I'll tell you what, nope. It's going to be marked back, so he must have stepped out a little sooner. So he's at the 35-yard line. Either way, a great return by Isaiah Wriggling. So it's 1st and 10 for Wilmington on their own 35. This could be the last drive of the half, Rick.
2:03 remaining.
So let's see if Wilmington can cash in and score before the halftime.
They have plenty of time.
McAvoy drops, plenty of time, and
Oh,
guns
nice.
it over the middle, and it's dropped. Tanner Killen with the catch, but a drop. The Ross kids are calling catch and fumble, but
That's what they were hoping.
I don't think he had possession of that. A big hit by the Ross defender knocks the ball free.
No, that was good timing. He hit him right when he Devon White is watching. Devon, we appreciate you tuning in to our Campus Nation Facebook page.
Second and 10 with 1:56 to go, halftime. Devon White was a former Major League Baseball player. I don't know if it's the same guy, but his
I
career.
don't even know if it's a guy. Is it a guy or?
Well, it could be a female, but the male Devon White was a outfielder for the Angels, some other teams too. Pretty good baseball player.
Oh, good play.
Number 26.
Vicky Hutchins
That's
is watching.
Stat Stuckey, who's stopped for a loss. The clock's running. Now, what you'd be worried about here, Rick, is that Wilmington doesn't convert.
And then they have to.
Yes, and then they have to go on defense and hold Ross before the half. So we were talking about Wilmington driving for a touchdown before the half. Now it's very precious, the time precious, that it could go the other way.
All right, well, we'll see if they can convert on this 3rd and 11.
McAvoy pressured, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Hamilton. That's number 47 with the interception. Jude Hess, a senior linebacker, picks the ball off. An ill-advised throw by McAvoy late in the first half.
And as they say, the Rams are in the driver's seat.
And what we were worried about, Rick, happened exactly. So from now on, we won't say or predict things because we don't want to tempt fate. But we did, because now the interception by Ross, and they have the ball on the 19-yard line of Wilmington with a minute to go. Plenty of time. Number 7, Braden Frasman, under center again. There's an inside handoff and a log jam. No gain at all.
Zach Morrison's watching on our Facebook Live page. Welcome, Zach. We are attempting to record on YouTube the game, and we will post it on YouTube. We've been having issues with the bandwidth, and so that's why we're also doing a Facebook Live so that we are bringing you the game live.
It just dawned on me. I think Devin White is a current linebacker for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Went to LSU.
Don't say that too loud because my wife,
Well, I think so.
being from Tampa, she's a big Tampa fanatic about
Yeah,
everything.
they've had some pretty good sports run
They
here
have,
lately.
yeah,
My
baseball,
My
hockey,
goodness gracious.
yeah, hockey, football.
Even the baseball is taken
That's
off.
right. Yeah, Tampa's really.
The Rays went to the World Series last year, and this year they're just hotter than a firecracker.
And
It's like they never lose.
The Lightning. I mean, they have been champions here. 2 out of the last 3 years?
Yeah, I'd say Brady isn't bad for the football team. You think?
Yeah. Who's he?
Right.
Yeah.
Not bad. If I could trade places with one person in this world, I would pick Tom Brady. Seriously, for a number of reasons. The fact that he's a winner, and my goodness.
Okay, Ashley, we're going to see if we can zoom in a little.
So it's 3rd and 10 from the
There you go. A little better there for you, Ashley.
16-yard line.
Dustin Huff. We've zoomed in a little. It's a little easier to pick people out here. No, that's
It's a
good.
big 3rd down play. This is huge. 21 seconds to go, first half.
Yeah, it's
This
make
is
it or
big
break
for
it.
both teams. Brassman back. No, that's Brown back at the quarterback
Gotta be
position.
stopped.
And he is stuffed.
Can I get a timeout?
So they went back to Brown under center.
Timeout. The Rams. 11 seconds.
I'll tell you, Sully Spencer's got a strong leg. I wouldn't be shocked if they try a field goal here. I would not.
You're welcome, Ashley. We aim to please.
She wanted a little better view.
She wanted it to be zoomed in a little bit more. We could actually zoom in a little more, but the problem will be once we go full field, it'll be hard to see the action. So we'll try as much as possible to come in and out.
So 11 seconds to go. This is going to be a key swing play here. Is Hamilton going for it, or they're going to kick a field goal, Ross? I don't see the kicker on the field. It looks like the regular offense is out there. So it is.
Surprised they wouldn't try.
No,
a
I'll
field
tell you
goal.
what, he is out there.
Okay,
he is
so
out
they
there.
are attempting a field goal.
So a 33-yard attempt by Sully Spencer. Sully does have a strong leg. Been watching him all night kicking.
Could this be a fake?
I think they're going to go ahead and kick it. Spot is down. The kick is up, and it is good. So a 33-yard field goal by Sully Spencer of Hamilton Ross puts them in the lead 20-17. How about that? We talked about change of possession and change of momentum, and it turned out to bite Wilmington on that change of possession. So a 33-yard field goal by Sully Spencer, the junior kicker for Ross. I knew the kid had it in him, no doubt. He's had a strong leg all night long, Rick. At first, it didn't look like Ross had the field goal team out, and then when they unfolded, there he was, and decision well made. Blast the field goal to put him in the lead 20-17. Ross, as they're ticking down to the last 7 seconds of the first half. We'll see if Wilmington just kneels down or tries a return. Let's see. That was a interesting change of events there. And the kick does go into the end zone. Another strong kick by Sully Spencer.
So we're almost at halftime. 7 seconds.
7 seconds. Let's see if Wilmington just kneels or runs a play. Haven't turned the ball over on the last possession. I think maybe the right thing to do here for the Hurricane is to just kneel and go in the locker room, regroup. It's been a back and forth game the whole way. You don't want a silly turnover at this point.
No, you definitely don't want to make. You don't want to make a critical error
Be
that
tough
would
to
put them
get
up
an
by another
80-yard play, and they are in kneel-down formation, Rick.
I think that's a wise decision.
Yes, no doubt. And we all agree, including the Wilmington coaching staff, as McAvoy takes the knee. We've come to halftime here at Alumni Field. It is Hamilton Ross 20, Wilmington 17 on Campus Nation Facebook page, campusnation.com, and the YouTube channel of Campus Nation a little later on recording. We couldn't get that set up live due to the technological restrictions of the booth.
We'll see. We'll see if we can do something at halftime to get our YouTube channel up and operating. But we'll have to see what the bandwidth's going to be like. But we did record the first half. We are going to, come back and record the second half on the YouTube, and then at some point it'll be available here after the game. But bottom line is, at least we're getting out live on Facebook. So make sure that when you're on Facebook, you let everybody know that we are live on Facebook and that you can watch the game live. And we're getting some approvals here. Kathy Sprentz McCord is watching. Kathy, welcome to Campus Nation. And as well as all the people that are here on the Campus Nation Facebook page, we appreciate you tuning in and letting us know you're watching. We're going to take a little bit of a timeout here and for halftime, but we're going to leave the Facebook Live page up so that
Hamilton Ross Rams and the Wilmington Hurricane. The score at halftime is 20 Hamilton Ross, 17 Wilmington. So here's an interesting thing. We have a civilian kicking contest. You know, that's one of the hardest things in the world to do. People think it's easy. It's not easy, Rick, to kick a field goal. You imagine a pro now can just kick 50-yard field goals like nothing. And here this one is going to be what? Marked at the 5-yard line. So it's a 15-yard try by the young lady. We didn't catch the name. Here we go. We just heard Robert Smart won the 50-50. The kick, oh, it hits the upright. It had the strength and the distance. It just hit the left upright. No good. That was pretty solid.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't know where you'd actually get the practice.
Nice try. This Robert Smart that won the 50-50, $250 for just standing around watching football.
Well, no, you
That's
have
not
to buy
bad.
tickets.
Well, yeah, I know that.
And he may have bought $80 worth of tickets,
Yeah.
Tony.
As long as he bought 249 or less, he did good. Right?
That's true. Yeah, I guess.
And the money goes to charity.
Rick, tell us about some of these Campus Nation and WZAA or Sydney. Somebody tell us about some of the things that you got going on at the wonderful Campus Nation, wonderful WZAA.
Well, we've got on Wednesday nights at 4, the BTS Sports Show. BTS Sports Show on WZAA 106.9 LPFM in Jeffersonville, Ohio. But WZAA is kind of a unique radio station in as much as we stream over the internet. We also stream over the air in Jeffersonville. But we also do live video with most of our programming. So you can actually tune into the WZAA LPFM.com webpage and you can watch the shows. And in fact, the latest BTS Sports Show features you, Tony, and you were in your home in Gahanna. And what do they call it? The Castle?
I've never called it the Castle.
Do you
but
have 3 or 4 cars in your garage, Tony?
I actually only have one car.
But how many car garage do
Well,
you
I
have?
forget. I don't know. There's so many boxes and old oil cans and clutter.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, getting beyond that, the B is for Bill Raybeck, and the S is for Steve, right?
That's right.
Steve Forsha, and Steve Forsha actually writes for the I think Highland County Press, and Bill Raybeck teaches at East Clinton High School, but he does a myriad of things around Campus Nation. We are happy to announce that we are going to be doing again Ohio State club football. Now, Tony, club football at Ohio State is better than most D1 schools' first lines. They won the
So is a real one.
Yeah, they won the national championship 2 years back.
It's not surprising.
We were covering them, and I think they're going to go out to seek, a return to the championship level. Last year there was no season because of COVID, but they will be back in true form, and we broadcast in the shadow of the shoe. This is the actual band practice field, but it's a nice practice field, as you would expect from a world-class band that Ohio State has, the marching band. But that's where they practice their Script Ohio and all the other things there. What they use it for football, they use it for soccer, they use it for a lot of club sports, and it's got turf. We did a couple games, one with Wright State, and I think one with Miami in the championship, or at least the championship of their division, and then they went on to the national championship and won it. But we also are talking with the Ohio State club hockey team to add hockey.
Wonderful.
And with all the heat and humidity, hockey might be kind of a nice change. But although I know that a lot of people that broadcast hockey, they say it gets very cold at that rink.
You know, we're never happy, Rick. When it's too hot and muggy, we're complaining. When it's too cold, we're complaining. I'll tell you something though. We somehow, some way, there has to be a national poll in this country to decide what would you rather be, burning hot or freezing cold. Count me for the burning hot crew.
Well, I'd count
What do you
San
want?
Diego, California.
Yeah, but if I had a choice of either one, I'm not going to complain about heat.
No,
I
I
want
lived in
heat.
Phoenix long enough
That's fine.
that
Bring it on.
you know, like the average temperature in Phoenix in the nighttime was 99.
Yeah, in the wintertime, when it's bitter, freezing rain and 25 degrees out and gray skies, we'll be clamoring for a night like this. What's the temperature out here tonight? It's absolutely beautiful.
It's probably in the 80s.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous here at Alumni Field. Halftime, 5 minutes and ticking till the start of the third quarter. Hamilton Ross 20, Wilmington Hurricane 17. What were some of your thoughts on the first half, Rick?
Well, both the teams looked fairly even. There were a couple errors that cost the Hurricane some points. They have to clean that up at halftime. Ross probably they have the momentum starting the second half. I would say they didn't waste any time in scoring there when they got the ball back there towards the end of that second half and kicked the field goal, and it was the right choice rather than trying to punch it in. Paul, I think it's Renners is watching. Paula. Okay, Paula, thank you for watching. We've got other people that actually our YouTube channel's going crazy. We're getting people. Yeah, Facebook channel. Our YouTube channel we are recording to, and hopefully we'll have some video from that. But as people were sort of telling other people, hey, you can see the game live. You can see it on Campus Nation's Facebook live page. The YouTube page is merely recording it currently.
The best way to keep up with what's going on with Campus Nation is to follow us on all of our social media platforms. So if you like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram, which we are now posting more to, you will get alerts on what is going on with Campus Nation. Everything Campus Nation, because I post on it regularly. So follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, go to the Campus Nation website, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will know everything Campus Nation is doing all the time.
I always wondered what that term subscribe means. Will someone tell me what that means?
Well, Tony, when you subscribe to a channel, then you are signing up for alerts.
Okay.
So that when we go live on Facebook or we go live on any of our platforms, you're alerted to it, and you can choose to go and see what we're broadcasting.
I like it.
So we've got the same type of setup with our WZAA Facebook pages and YouTube pages, but some people don't like to get the alerts, especially if there are a lot of them. But what I would say at this point is...
So subscribing is a good thing.
It is a good thing. It is a good thing if you like...
Is there a cost to
the
it?
kind of product? No.
No, it's all free.
No,
Great.
it's
Yeah,
free.
awesome.
At Facebook, you're subscribing and getting alerts. And then on YouTube, same thing. If you like a page... then the nice thing about liking a page is that it helps us. The same way that when you subscribe on YouTube, and we are up, I think, within just a couple people of hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So we're hoping to push that over that this year with
Well, I used to have a subscription to, when I was real young, to Sport Magazine, which I don't think exists anymore, and then it changed to Sports Illustrated subscription. I haven't had any subscriptions since then. Those things are probably obsolete anyway, so go ahead and subscribe the modern way.
I think they still have Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, they have
magazine.
it, but I think it comes out every month now. Used to come out every week. I canceled it about 2 years ago. Halftime, both teams back out on the field. going through their warm-ups. The score at half is Ross 20, Wilmington 17. As the day turns into night with a full moon. You see that moon? How beautiful. Just to the left of the scoreboard.
Not quite full, though,
No,
Tony.
isn't that full?
No,
That wouldn't count for.
there's a little edge that the Earth is blocking.
That wouldn't
to
count
the
as a
lower
full
left.
moon?
No, no,
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
no, no full moon. It's close, but it's not full.
All right. Looks like you could just throw a baseball and hit it.
Well, you probably could if you could throw something like 250,000 miles.
Let me tell you, if I could throw a ball 250,000 miles, I'd be on the mound at Great American Ballpark tonight, hurling away against the Miami Marlins. Much as I love doing this, I think even at my advanced age, the 250,000 mile fastball sounds pretty good. Well, the teams are about coming back onto the playing surface for the start of half number 2. Yes, good point, Sydney Phillips. To have folks here live, in a crowd live, and everybody with enthusiasm is a fantastic thing. Thank you. Normalcy. Let's hope it stays this way. Please. Please. So the captains meet at midfield, the two quarterbacks, Cameron McAvoy and Aiden Brown. I'll tell you what I'd love to get if somebody would help me. In that blue bag, there's a flashlight underneath there.
Yeah, no, I thought I was going
to
pack a flashlight, but I didn't. This is your getaway bag?
Thank you. That's one of the many getaway bags. This is my official Campus Nation.
So that one doesn't have a passport.
Bag.
There's no passport in that one.
I don't think so.
I heard you were looking at property in New Zealand, Tony. Is that true?
Not me. Nope. No New Zealand for this kid.
Everybody's moving there.
I want the protection of the United States of America's government, military, police force, its legal system.
And you are an attorney,
right.
So gotta love that legal system.
I want to be able to get myself out of trouble without sitting in jail for a speeding ticket for 5 years before they even notice that you're incarcerated.
Tony, you don't speed anyway, do you?
Well, if I accidentally did one time, I want to make sure I can just mail in a fine and not have to sit in a jail cell for a year.
Well,
and in some of those countries, you never know, Rick. You don't have the American flag protecting you, so I'll just stay right here at Wilmington High School and be happy as a lark. Right, Joe? Yes. Even Joe agrees.
So we're just about ready for second half football action from Alumni Field in Wilmington, Ohio. We have the score 20 for the Hamilton Ross Rams and 17 for your Wilmington Hurricane. Hopefully, let's see now. Who kicked off, Tony? Did Wilmington or did Ross?
I believe Wilmington kicked to Ross.
So Wilmington will have the ball? Although it looks like they're setting up to kick off. Maybe not. Hard to tell. They're actually switching sides.
Campus Nation, the Facebook page of Campus Nation, campusnation.com, the YouTube channel of Campus Nation, 106.9 WZAA LPFM. So it is, in fact, Ross kicking off.
To Wilmington, right?
To Wilmington.
Wilmington down by 3.
Sully Spencer, who I think could be the star of the game tonight so far for the Ross Rams, kicking off. And Wilmington looks like it's wriggling with the return. busts outside and gets to the 40-yard
Good
line.
return.
And that was not Isaiah Wriggling, but instead it was number 3, Adrian Cody.
Mia Bailey is watching. I believe that would be pronounced Mia.
It's going to get harder and harder, folks, to identify these names because it's darker and darker in here. And this little flashlight that I have is not going to illuminate too many names. But we'll do the best we can identifying the players. Darkness is upon us. This thing needs new batteries or new something.
Barry Weisskop's watching on our Facebook Live page. Hey, Barry, thanks for tuning in.
41-yard line for Wilmington. First play of quarter number 3. McElvoy back to pass. Looking, and throws incomplete. That's intended for Tanner Killen. Incomplete at 2nd and 10. Now, see, everybody modern would say, turn on your flashlight on your phone. Well, guess what? If I knew how to even do such a thing, Rick, I would do it.
Sydney will find it for you. Usually it's right there on the front of your phone page.
Oh, sure.
But what's that bag connected to it, Tony?
Bag? What are you
Is
talking
that a
about?
bag phone?
It used to be a flip phone. Sydney, honest, don't worry about it. It's okay. My thought is a flashlight is a flashlight and a phone is a phone. Right? Rick, you don't believe that?
I don't know. My phone's got a compass on it. It's got, I can measure digitally by just taking pictures.
Well,
Uh,
that's great. 3rd and 5 for the Wilmington Rams, early 3rd quarter. Ball on the 46-yard line. And it's going to be a handoff, and that is going to be stuffed, but there's flags everywhere.
Holding or...
Number 26, that's Thad Stuckey with the carry, but it's going to be another penalty on on Ross on a 3rd down play.
Face mask?
Is that going to be enough for a first down?
Yep, that was a face mask. Well, it depends on whether it was fragrant. You know, it could be 10 yards or it could be 15 yards.
It's a first down regardless. How about that?
There you go.
That's at least the 3rd time I remember that Wilmington has converted a 3rd down or 4th down on penalties.
Hey, we'll take them any way we can get.
Ball spotted about the 47-yard line.
That was stuffed.
There's another handoff to number 26, Thad Stuckey, and he's stacked up. I keep wondering how long are the Stuckey and McCoy been playing together? Probably, I bet, since grade school. Yeah, even before that.
They might be. They might, yeah. But I think the Wilmington program starts at the 8th grade level, and that's when they really start to gel.
McElvoy comes under center, 2nd and 12. Flushed out of the pocket to the left, rolling, looking deep downfield, and there's a flag. We're going to have some sort of interference against Ross, I believe.
Amanda Bell is watching on our Facebook live stream.
A long throw down the field, rolling out to his left. The left-handed QB, Cameron McElvoy.
Brittany Gillespie. The score is Ross 20, Wilmington 17. We are
10 minutes 02 left in the third
10-minute 02
quarter.
in the 3rd quarter.
And that play is going to go for a long first down again for Wilmington on the Ross pass interference penalty. So another conversion for a first down via penalty by the Ram defense. Ball marked at the 33-yard line. The Wilmington drive continues. It's 2017. Ross leading Wilmington here at Alumni Field, Week 1, high school football. McElroy on the keeper. Breaks it inside the 20 to the 15, down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. Nice run again by the senior QB. Nice. McElroy's had a good night tonight, Rick. Excellent. Managed the game very well. One ill-advised pass there at the end of the first half. But other than that, has played very nice ball game at quarterback. Back to pass, looking, end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Isaiah Rickling.
So Wilmington takes the lead 23-20. They're going to tack on this extra point, hopefully.
Cameron McElroy guns a touchdown pass to Isaiah Rickling. Wilmington regains the lead. Good looking drive, good looking play on both ends. McElroy to Rickling for the touchdown. Point after kick is good. It's 24 Wilmington, Ross 20. I love that song. Todd Rundgren. Can I sing or no? I love that song. You know why I like it? Because back in the day, the Bengals used to play that whenever touchdowns were scored.
And you are quite the
So
Bengals
whenever
fan.
I heard that song, it was like Pavlov's dog instantly, because it reminds me of touchdowns. People like Carl Pickens, Darnay Scott, Corey Dillon, Kajana Carter, all those, Harold Green, all those classic names. Wilmington 24, Hamilton Ross 20. Good looking drive by Wilmington out of the third quarter.
.9:26 remaining in this third quarter of play. Wilmington now takes the lead, 24-20. See if we can...
Love the pass. McElroy to Rickling. Good looking on both ends. Good throw, great catch. There's a flag down. I believe we're going to have a ball out of bounds.
So they'll probably take it where it went out of bounds. I think they have that option, and I don't know whether they tack on any yardage to that.
Ball be marked on the 35-yard line for the Rams of Hamilton Ross as they start their drive here in quarter number 3. Now down 24-20. This is a good football game.
It is a great
What
football
a good game. Back
Yeah.
and forth, back and forth. Two relatively evenly matched teams playing on the turf. Aiden Brown back at quarterback for the Rams. Jay Warren, the ball carrier, number 4 for Ross, stacked up. Gain of maybe 1. There's a timeout on the field. Looks like an official's timeout.
Got a player down.
Player down is Jay Warren. And the Ross staff runs out to deal with, looks like some sort of leg or cramp issue.
Well, considering the weather, the steamy, hot weather that we've got here, and you know it's a little warmer on the field, it could very well be cramping.
I don't think it's a serious injury.
I don't think so either.
They're stretching him out, which usually means some sort of a cramp. He's laying around the 37-yard line, being helped up. and he's limping out. Maybe it's more than a cramp, Rick.
Well, it just depends. You know, you get a cramp, you know, it can hurt for a while.
The staff is carrying him out on the shoulders. So Jay Warren leaves the field for the Ross Rams.
So who's inserted in his place?
It's 2nd and 9. Let's see if we can catch the number. That was Frassman again on the keeper. What's interesting about the Ross offense, Rick, is some snaps Brown is taking the quarterback snaps, and on other plays, number 7, Frostman, the senior Braden Frostman, is switching up at the QB position for the Rams. So it's 3rd down and 8.
So this is where the Hurricane have to come like a hurricane.
And it's a keeper outside. The ball is fumbled by Aiden Brown, but it looks like he's picked up the first down on
by a couple yards.
Quarterback sprint to the left. Again, well blocked, well designed play. Results in a Ross first down at about the 47.
8:21 remaining in this third quarter of play. Wilmington now leading Ross 24-20, but Ross is driving. They're almost to the 50-yard line.
First down 10 for Ross. There's an inside handoff that time to Brown, and he's stuffed. Now, again, we've said this before. Braden Frassman and Aiden Brown are almost alternating snaps at the quarterback position. It's kind of I haven't been able to really track the how and the why they're doing it. If there's any particular down or distance that they're switching, they're just alternating, and it's really kind of been effective.
I think that sometimes it's confusing to the Wilmington defense.
Who's the QB? Who's the running back? This time it's Brown. They snap to him. He fires, and it's incomplete. What's interesting on that play, they were both lined up in kind of a quarterback position, and the snap went to number 2, Brown, instead of number 7, Frassman. I agree. It's got some confusion aspects to it about how the Wilmington defense should be lining up and who to key on as the QB. Tricky. I like it. It's interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you got someone that's spying the quarterback, it's kind of hard.
Right.
You got to have two spies.
It's not something you see too often, that both players lining up. Here they are again next to each other. Let's see who the snap goes to. It goes to Brown, who pitches it out to Frassman, and Frassman is going for the first down across the 40, down inside the 35-yard line. Mark it at the 36. What an interesting offense. Both kids lined up in the quarterback position. Sometimes each other go under center depending on the play call. Sometimes the snap is to Brown. Sometimes the snap is to Frassman.
It's definitely been effective.
It's interesting. I like it. I've never seen this. And now Wilmington, the coaching staff, Coach Killen and staff, call a timeout because there's no question that is causing havoc to the Wilmington defense. Who is the mystery quarterback on each specific play, especially week one when you really hadn't had a chance to scout people, Rick, and you're not knowing exactly what they're doing or why they're doing it. How about that?
Yeah, I think it's very effective. I think it's been working for Ross, and obviously they've put together a great drive. So where did they originally start? They started on the 35-yard line, yeah, because of the kick. So they've got a nice drive that they've put together. It's an effective drive, and as you say, Tony, you almost don't know who's on first.
Well, on first for the Reds is Joey Votto, and let me tell you something. He's about as hot as any player you've ever seen at this point. The way he's hitting the ball, Rick, 38-year-old guy, 37 years old, somewhere in there. Long career. I thought he was washed up, but I'm going to take back my words. He is really on fire.
Kinley Alexander on our Facebook Live page, and Bam Harrison also watching. Lauren Carter.
Good group out there, folks. Thanks for tuning in. There's an inside handoff to, let's catch the number for Ross. Look like number 23. Do I have that right?
We are recording on our YouTube channel. We've had some bandwidth issues here in the press box, but hopefully we'll be able to get the video posted here later. As far as we may take some time if we have to do any editing at all, but one way or not, you will be able to see it on our YouTube channel. A lot of people put it up on their big screen television. I'm sure they were a little disappointed tonight if they weren't able to do that. Although there is a Facebook app for TV where you can actually watch on the big screen on television too. So you folks out there, maybe look for that if you want to watch on something other than your smartphone or your tablet or laptop.
Holding penalty takes Ross back. And there's Frassman out on the left. Sprinting to the left sidelines, is knocked out of bounds around the 20-yard line. And I'm telling you what, Rick, this double quarterback, who's the QB offense of Hamilton Ross Rams is wreaking havoc on the Wilmington defense.
It's giving Ross new life
We
here.
just don't know who's, and if we don't know, I'm sure the players can't key it either because we're up here seeing it live from a vantage point of the catbird seat with cameras dissecting it, and it's very difficult to discern who is the quarterback on each play. So Frassman gets in the shotgun, and that time Brown goes wide right.
Back to a conventional set.
Frassman is under center this time. And he keeps it up the middle, and he's going to bowl ahead for a couple. Conceptually, I really like the offense.
We would also like to say hello on our Facebook Live page to anyone from the Hamilton area that might be watching on our Facebook Live. We can't just assume that everybody that's watching here is from the Wilmington area or interested in the Wilmington Hurricanes. So
could go nationwide. Who knows? There could be someone in Hamilton, Saskatchewan, Canada watching us.
Isn't it Hamilton, Ontario?
Whatever. Something like that. Is it Hamilton, Ontario?
Ross High School football's watching. They sent us a heart. So
the only city in Canada I've ever been to is Toronto.
I've been to
Windsor once.
Windsor?
Crossing the
we
bridge.
know why you went to Windsor,
Yep,
Tony.
I did. You guessed it.
I'm not going to elaborate here. People can understand what goes on in Windsor, Canada.
What goes on in Windsor stays in Windsor,
That's
folks.
right across from Detroit.
First and goal from about the 8. Let's call it the 9. Inside handoff, spinning over for a touchdown.
Great run. Good little spin move there.
If I got it right, it's Riley Caldwell, but let's wait for the official. Yes, it is Riley Caldwell with the inside touchdown run. This puts Hamilton Ross back in the lead, pending the point after. Riley Caldwell, inside handoff. Riley is a sophomore, according to our list. Yes, a sophomore. What a thrill for a sophomore kid to get a touchdown in week 1 of his sophomore season. The point after kick is good. And we are now at Hamilton Ross back in the lead, 27-24. With the lead, Hamilton Ross with 5:57 to go, third quarter. This is a back and forth game, back and forth. Like the ticking hands of a ticking clock. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Both teams answering each other. Neither really able to hold. So now it's going to be the Hurricanes' chance. Just lost the mic, 27-24. Hamilton Ross leading, lining up for the kick. The man with the booming leg, Mr. Spencer, the junior kicker. And he again buries a kick down into the goal line, which is going to be marked as a touchback. What a strong leg that kid has. Let's talk a little bit about some things going on. Campus Nation has big things in works for 2021, featuring broadcasts from high school to the Ohio State University Club Sports. If you're looking to expand your network, become an official sponsor of Campus Nation. It's the perfect opportunity for you. Message us on Facebook or call the one and only Rick Phillips at 937-527-6674. That's campusnation.com. We're on the YouTube channel of Campus Nation right now. If you're watching it live later on, you'll see it on the YouTube site. We're on the Facebook site of Campus Nation. Facebook. It's going to be live later on. Isaiah Wriggling with the carry. And not much there. Maybe a loss of one. Coming up on 5 minutes and 30 seconds left, quarter number 3. Wilmington trailing Hamilton Ross 27-24. Wilmington with the ball on their own 18-yard line, facing a 2nd and 12. McElvoy dropping back. Escapes the rush. Is going to be dragged down around the 20.
So it looks like Ross is putting some defense on.
Well, if one team can get a stop, that would surely flip the momentum, Rick.
Yeah, right now they've sort of been trading.
Yeah, we haven't had too many stops, so basically it's just trading points, trading possessions.
It's been all offense and not enough defense.
Seems like a Browns-Bengals game from 2020. That's what it reminds me of. Whoever's got the ball is going to score. Unfortunately, they had it last year. We'll see this year. We'll see.
I'm sure Bill can't wait.
Bill will see. I'm not going to talk much because all I'm going to say is we'll see. He'll see, they'll see, everyone will see. It's going to be 4th down. I think that's going to force a punt for Wilmington deep in their own territory. So we're going to see the veteran kicker for the Wilmington Hurricane, Parker Henry, the senior, been kicking for a while for this Wilmington club.
And just as a side note here, I noticed when I was seeing, we were setting up, and I saw some of the Hamilton Ross players. Nice punt.
There's the punt. It's going to bounce and take a big roll in favor of Wilmington. It's going to be downed on the 37-yard line. A good flip of field position there for Wilmington. What were you saying, Rick?
What I was saying is I was watching them come out of the visitors' locker room. I was watching some of the suiting up, and there was a young lady that plays for Ross. Now, I don't know whether she's been in the game, and I'm not sure what number she is, but if Ross football is watching, they might want to give us her name and her number, because certainly we'd like to give her a shout out here if she's down there on the field playing.
There is a jailbreak, and he is going to go all the way inside the 20, the 10, the 5, and he's dragged down by the Wilmington defense. A long, long run. We didn't catch the number. Let's see.
He's still down.
an injury after the long run.
Or he's just tired.
Maybe he's upset that he didn't get to the goal line. And it is Caldwell who scored a touchdown early in the game.
Your cousin that's down on the ground there?
Riley
What's his name?
Caldwell.
Riley Caldwell. Okay.
Now let's explain that, Rick. Somebody over our ear said that's my cousin. Tell us that story.
Joe Holdren, grandson? His grandson has a
cousin
that plays for Hamilton Ross.
He's already scored a touchdown, almost got one there.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a run.
He's shaking it off.
What a run. Your cousin's a ball player there.
So once again, if Ross High School football is watching, or someone that knows, and there may be more than one female. I don't know. Sometimes they'll kick. I know Beaver Creek at one point had 2 female kickers that were very effective for them on their team. But, she could be playing, another position. I don't know. And she may not be playing, but she was certainly suiting up.
Clock stopped at 3:52 to go. The Ross offense trots back out. It's 27-24, Ross in the lead. Traditional formation. It's an inside handoff, spinning around.
Tried the spin move, didn't work this time. Jack Best is watching on Facebook Live on Campus Nation.
That's number 12, Kyle Becker, the ball carrier. I'll tell you, that Hamilton Ross offense is very interesting, Rick, because you see different type of formations, different type of snaps to different players. I like the 2 quarterback system that they're running.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that
and
very
it's confusing.
But that's the point.
It's a different formation almost every single possession. So here's Frassman underneath center, single back.
Oh, stuffed.
And inside handoff is going nowhere. So a good time for the Wilmington defense to step up as we're facing a 3rd and goal. This is a huge, huge play. They're going for it on 4th, so it's really 2 down territory down here for Wilmington to stop them twice. It's Frassman under center. Single back. Another inside handoff and another
nothing.
stuff.
But there's a flag.
Here comes a flag, and who's that on? If that's on Wilmington, that's a backbreaker because they had him stopped.
And more than likely will result in a 1st down.
Well, let's see. We're waiting for the call.
Looks like it's against Ross.
It is an illegal use of hands on Ross. Big critical penalty moving him back. 2:05 to go. It's still going to be 3rd down, but it's 3rd and goal from the 15, so that changes everything, Rick.
And Ross has that 3-point lead, which obviously another field goal. It still would put them out further, but would still keep the Hurricane in striking distance with a
well, this is going to be interesting. So it's 3rd and 15 now. Big play for both teams. The Wilmington defense, the Ross offense. Frassman with a pitch. It's going out and it's going for a touchdown. Ross. Frassman. The pitch to our guy's cousin, Riley Caldwell, for another Ross touchdown. That's Riley's 2nd touchdown of the game. A 15-yard TD run. How is old Riley? He's a good, yeah, he's 15. He's a great football player. Congratulations.
So that makes the score 33-24, waiting for the point after, which is good.
Are you guys close? Sorta, kinda. So the PAT is good by Spencer, and it makes it 34 Ross, 24 Wilmington. What a big momentum shift there. Let's reset what happened. It was 3rd and goal from the 5, and then a penalty against Ross pushed them back to the 15. And when we thought the momentum had shifted again, instead the pitch to Riley Caldwell, that's his 2nd touchdown of the game. 34 Ross, 24 Wilmington. And this is a point in the game, Rick, where
Wilmington must
Wilmington
score.
has to score next.
Yep, the pressure now are on the Hurricane, or is on the Hurricane.
Wilmington has to score next. So there is Sully Spencer, the kid with the Justin Tucker type leg. The Ravens kicker. Blasts away, and it's in and out of the end zone.
Smart.
For another touchback.
Wilmington's going to let that go
I'll
in.
tell you, Sully Spencer is a weapon for Ross. You have a great kicker at this level, and don't make any mistake about it. Parker Henry for Wilmington's an outstanding kicker too, but Sully Spencer has made a difference on field goals and blasting away on kickoffs.
Evan Gabbard is watching on our Facebook live stream. Welcome, Evan. And whether you're from Ross or whether you're from Wilmington, we welcome you all. Cindy Caldwell wants to be in our video.
Is that Riley's mother, Sydney Caldwell?
I don't know.
Well, ask our guy over there.
I don't even, are you familiar with that? Someone said that they wanted to be in. Oh, they were talking about Riley.
What are they saying, man? Riley's a good-looking running back, no doubt. Young kid, 15 years old, sophomore, 2 touchdowns in his first varsity game of 2021.
So I guess it was Brittany Gillespie that was telling Cindy that she missed it. Yeah. So that's what that was.
Rick Phillips is not familiar with.
I don't handle any of the social media. That I leave that to my wife, who is much younger and much more savvy when it comes to all this kind of stuff. I just am the technical guru that makes sure, or tries to make sure, that we get these Facebook streams up and these YouTube streams up. Although tonight we've not been too lucky with our YouTube, we are recording. So Facebook Live.
If you knew him before he met me, then I'm sorry if you saw his profile picture on Facebook.
Oh, thanks.
Well,
Sydney.
let's talk about something more brighter than the marital spat between Mr. and Mrs. Phillips. Let's talk about Campus Nation. It's powered by WZAA 106.9 LPFM, an over-the-air and streaming radio station with a wide variety of programs featuring the outdoors, politics, and music, just to name a few. Sports, of course, is part of it. Why choose between radio, TV, or social ads when you can have them all?
That's right. And you can go to our YouTube channel on WZAA, and you can see a lot of the broadcasts that we've done.
To join the community, shoot us a message. Oh, there's a breakaway run by number 26. That is Thad Stuckey going all the way for a touchdown.
Here's the boom. Get ready for the boom, Sydney.
Thad Stuckey, number 26, with an 80-yard touchdown run. And the momentum has switched again.
Yeah, this may be a momentum changer. We'll just have to wait and see.
What a big play and big run. Thad Stuckey with a long 80-yard touchdown.
So right now the score is 34-30.
What a play. What a play. Broke away, looked like he was gaining speed as he went. PAT is good by Parker Henry.
34-31. Ross leading Wilmington by a field goal. So once again, as we've said, this has been a back and forth, exciting game.
It sure has.
Now, we had lightning there with that run by Wilmington.
Not real lightning. Don't scare the fans.
No, don't want to have to postpone
Figure
the
of
game
speech
for an hour.
lightning, because we don't want any of the moms saying, why are we playing if there's lightning? It's not real lightning, folks. It was just lightning speed by Thad Stuckey for a long 80-yard TD run. This quarter seems like it's been back and forth, never ending. It's a minute 10 to go. It was 20-17 at halftime. It's 34-31, and we're still got third quarter action, Rick.
It has been a great game.
We've had 4 touchdowns, 2 by each team in quarter number 3. Plus, all the kicks have been pure.
And we've seen this incredible offense by Ross using the 2 quarterback system. Very confusing, but very effective.
Well, let's see if Wilmington can get it stopped once. It hasn't been successful stopping it lately.
All right, Wilmington getting ready to kick off.
And that kick is rolling inside the 10 and rolling out of bounds. So a wise move by Ross
35
to watch the kick go out of bounds. So Ross will start at the 35-yard line,
where they started the last time that they scored. Sort of a similar circumstance. Wilmington kicked it out of bounds, and Ross drove the field.
1:09 to go. I'm Tony Mancuso with Rick Phillips. Sidney Phillips, you're hearing every now and then. Joe Holdren on one camera, Dean Thompson on a camera. Joe Holdren's grandson, who we didn't catch the name, on another one. And there is another breakaway run by Ross. And I believe he's going to be caught, but no, he is.
The question is, did they push him into the end zone or not?
No, they're marking him down at the 2-yard line. Riley Caldwell again is having a gigantic night.
So do we
what
think,
a night
we
for
think
the
both
sophomore.
these defenses are getting tired?
My
and
goodness.
The weather is...
How many yards does the kid have? Because that one went for, what, 64 yards? 63-yard run tacked on to all the other ones he's had.
They're going to have to give him some oxygen.
What a game he's having. And there's Strassman under center.
Trying for 2.
No, it's
not
a touchdown.
For the touchdown.
Yeah, that's a touchdown.
There's
play.
the touchdown.
A sprint out run from the co-quarterback Braden Frassman of Hamilton Ross.
It's now 40-31. Ross in the lead. I'm trying to keep score on the
I'd like to see Sidney if you can find out from the official scores how many yards rushing Tyler Caldwell has. Rushing.
All right.
The PAT is good.
41-31. Once again, a 10-point lead.
This third quarter is nothing but points, Rick. No defense.
TJ Rockhold says, I'm a Wilmington alum, but that Riley kid is a nice running back.
Yes, he sure is.
Yeah, and you know, if you're a football fan, obviously you want to see your team win, but at the same time, you certainly appreciate.
We need to find out how many yards they have him officially.
Yeah, talented players.
I bet
for
you he's pushing 200. What a game as a sophomore. Did he play his freshman year much?
He's played every single year.
Yeah.
Since he could play, he's been playing.
Right. What do you got, Sid? Do you have an official? How many yards rushing? They're going to figure it out. I want to know.
Yeah.
I bet it's close to 200, and we still got a quarter to go. What a game the kid is having.
So 41-31, Wilmington has the disadvantage of a 10-point deficit, and hopefully maybe lightning will strike again, as we had that play from Wilmington where they ran for the touchdown.
Well, it's been definitely back and forth, Rick. So the problem with the Wilmington kids is that they're 2 scores behind. So when they get one, they only get the lead cut. They don't take the lead.
Right, right.
So they need to hold. There's Sully Spencer again with another
Booming,
touchback.
booming. Brady Henry says, me and the boys watching from Tiffin. Brady, good hearing from you.
It's amazing when you can score this many points and then boom, kickoffs out of through the end zone. Sully Spencer, an outstanding kicker with a powerful leg. Another touchback. I mean, he's just toying with them, Rick, just lining up and booming these touchbacks.
We're hoping to finish our schedule that we'll be able to cover. A lot of times we have to get permission, obviously, to go to away games. We are going to contact Aaron over at Miami Trace so that we can bring you that game with the Hurricane, and then also Anderson High School in Forest Park, trying to get that set up for the, I guess it's Massey's opener, but it's not their home opener. They open away. Unfortunately, they couldn't get anyone to play them at home for the opener, and part of that you can blame on the COVID situation last year, because they got Alter to come in and play them, and they beat them, and it was an exciting game. That game's on our Campus Nation YouTube channel. Exciting game. I think there were 2 touchdowns that Clinton Massey scored in the last 2 minutes to win that game. But Kettering Alter had other plans. They weren't going to come back and open the season.
So did Massey have an open date, or are they going to make that up?
But I don't think you're supposed to be able to play 10 games.
Right.
And Massey will go into the playoffs. So more than likely, they will not make it up.
Wow.
Wilmington does have an open date that has not been filled yet. I'll talk with Troy just to make sure. There was a game scheduled with the Blue Lions of Washington Courthouse. I don't have the date in front of me, but that game is no longer. So Wilmington has an open date, I think in September. But Troy Deals, the athletic director here at Wilmington, figures that still with possible teams, and COVID and all that, there could be some schedules that are disrupted. And if that's the case, they will attempt to fill that with a team.
McElvoy winds up and fires deep downfield, and that ball is caught. And it is going to go for, he's tripped up at the 10-yard line.
Oh, wow.
McElvoy winds up and fires deep downfield. The ball's up in the air.
What a play.
Isaiah Wriggling with the catch.
And still 29 seconds remaining in this third
quarter.
play.
Hey, might as well keep scoring. Why not?
Wilmington's going fast.
What a play there. A long pass and run. McElvoy to Isaiah Wriggling. Two seniors for the Wilmington Hurricane as they challenge to score again. I think maybe the clock is going to run out finally.
I think we're going to the fourth quarter.
My goodness, what a quarter. Hamilton with 3 touchdowns, Wilmington with 2. The score at the end of quarter number 3, Hamilton Ross 41, Wilmington Hurricane 31. What a quarter that was, Rick.
It was incredible. Fanny Gilbert is watching on our Facebook Live channel. Welcome, Fanny.
Well, I'll tell you, the fans watching on the Facebook Live and who will be watching this game on the recorded platforms, the YouTube channel, they're in for a treat, because this game is back and forth and back and forth. All kinds of offense. If you like offense, you love this game. What a ball game.
Yeah, it's almost, when you announce a game like this, it's kind of hard, especially if you're doing more than just announcing or doing one thing.
You can't take a breath.
No, you can't look down at the rosters. You can't really take your
By the time you look down at the roster, there's another 80-yard touchdown.
That's
run.
right, that's right. We would like to remind everybody, make sure, especially since in the coming weeks here, we will be back on our Facebook or our YouTube channel, but we will be doing Facebook Lives from here on out. So, but make sure you like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook so that you get alerts when we are live.
Hand off to Stuckey, who's sprinting to the right, knocked out of bounds at about the 7. So the first play of the third quarter, or fourth quarter, this is a big drive for Wilmington. Got to have touchdown.
Yeah, because as you said, Tony, Ross has not been stopped much at all tonight.
You got to have
been any stop by any
You got to
team?
have a, well, there has been, but it's been a while. You got to have a hold and or a score and a hold.
Right, because Wilmington still needs a field goal just to tie the game.
Well, not yet. They're still down 10. Let's see what happens. Don't jinx them, Rick.
Oh, okay, all right. The score is 41-31, Ross. 41-31.
McElvoy under the right hash mark, back to pass. Now sprints to the middle and is going to be stacked up at about the 4-yard line. So that's going to bring up a huge fourth down. And Wilmington is not going to take a chance.
They're going for
They're
the field goal.
Kick.
This is smart on Killen's. They've got a good leg. This should be, a good field goal.
Parker Henry will be trying the kick.
It'll bring them within 7. Hopefully we will not hex him.
About a 21-yard try. Yeah, don't ever say it's good until it's good.
So, an important kick
Yes.
for the Hurricane and actually for the Rams.
And Wilmington opts for the field goal try rather than the 4th and goal from the 5 opportunity. He
no
missed
good.
it. Didn't he tell you, Rick, don't jinx?
No good.
Parker Henry misses the 21-yard field goal. So another big change of momentum there, folks. Ross holds. It would have been a 4th and goal from the 5. The Hurricane coaching staff opts for the field goal try, which is no good.
I still think it was the best way for
Probably.
them.
Probably the right call, but they didn't execute. So now Ross has a chance to really open it up here.
And also gives them additional momentum now.
Up by 2 scores already. Did we get a statistical breakdown of how many yards Riley Caldwell has?
They were still adding. I think they were like over 10,000.
Yeah. Seems that way. It's not quite that much. There, is that him again? There he goes again. Rick, that's 21 more for Riley.
So
what a ball game that kid's having.
They got to revise it.
His cousin's over here doing nothing but smiling. Do you play like that, cousin, or no?
I did.
Yeah, he did. Even if he was somewhat like him. My goodness gracious, the runs by that kid. That's 22 more, Rick.
Well, especially in this heat and humidity, and
he's got to be
fire.
close or over 200. And he busts out again, and he is going to run for another first down. What a game that kid is having. A sophomore running back.
They've got their Hurricane defense on their heels. They've got them, questioning, and they've been.
Time is left in the quarter.
Riley Caldwell.
Yeah,
10:23 to go. It's 10:23 left.
In the fourth quarter.
41-31 with 10 minutes, 23 seconds to go here at Alumni Field. To reset the action, it's Ross 41, Wilmington 31. We've got 10:23 left in the game. The ball is at the 48-yard line of Wilmington, and there's going to be a measurement for another first down. So Caldwell either gained 9 more or 10 more on that run, Rick.
We want to thank you for joining us. We got Tony Mancuso doing the play-by-play along with Rick Phillips.
It's short.
We've got in the press box, Joe and Chase Holdren doing some of the camera work, and we'll be uploading a recorded version to our YouTube channel on campusnation.com. Sorry for any inconvenience, but check out our Facebook page, like the page for any updates, And also follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube as well.
Yeah, the important thing is to like and subscribe. You'll get those updates and you'll get those notifications on any of the games that we do. And we do a lot of games between Wilmington and Clinton Massey.
Frassman under center again for Ross. This is an absolute gigantic possession. I know we say that a lot in covering these football games, but this is big for both teams. A Ross touchdown might put it out of reach, so Wilmington needs a stop.
So what did they do? They changed the clock to 10:22. It's a 2nd and 1. Oh, Wilmington's going to be drawn. They got to be careful. He doesn't have it yet. He does now.
Riley Caldwell again.
Sort of a little delay there. Very effective.
Sid, try to get the yards if you can. It's got to be plus 200. It's got to be. What a game the kid's having. We're down under 10 minutes, 9:51 and counting. There's a flip to Brown. Aiden Brown, who's played some quarterback, takes the pitch out wide and is brought down about the 36.
And right now they're just wearing the Hurricane defense down. And it is a hot night.
187.
So we got the word from the press box. With 9 minutes and 22 seconds to go, Riley Caldwell, 187 yards rushing. My goodness, what a night. And he's not, I have a feeling he's not done yet. Seriously, Rick.
Well, there's no reason to believe that he...
Number 2, Aiden Brown, the ball
Aiden Brown, the carrier. And again, what's really
That was a loss, though.
what's been confusing for the Wilmington defense is this double quarterback rotation that the Hurricanes are facing. Brown takes the snaps sometimes, Frassman the snaps others. This time it looks like Frassman is under center.
Got a
That's going
penalty.
to be a false start, I think, on Ross.
Encroachment by, or no,
Or a
actually
false
off.
start.
Yeah, false start. Or at least the Hurricane were pointing to the Rams.
I think it was on Aiden Brown, who that time lined up as a wide receiver.
So back 5 yards.
It makes it 3rd and 8.
41-31 with 8:35 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Rams are driving, though.
Don't be surprised if it's 15 Riley Caldwell with the ball. Yes. And he's into the line and gets about 4. But it's stopped, a big stop, a huge stop by the Wilmington defense. And I mean, that was gigantic. So
Right.
what are they going to do? Are they going for it on their own 40 or on the Wilmington 40? Or are they going to punt?
No, I think they'll go for it. Well, I think they should go for it. Once again, you're sort of in no man's land, but they've got the momentum and they could break one.
I'd punt. I would punt. I would punt.
It could be a fake and a kick by
see.
the under center, though.
There's Frassman.
He's still
in
loose.
trouble. He's loose. He is not going to make the first down.
No, it'll turn over. So over on downs to Wilmington.
Got back to about the 40. I don't know about that decision, Rick. I would have kicked it out of there. I would have punted.
Well, I mean, the momentum was with the Rams, and they are running the ball. They have been deceiving the Hurricane defense. I think it was, it was just smart to me that they chose to do this as it was Wilmington kicking that field
A
goal.
big stop by the Wilmington defense. I don't know if Ross should have went for it on 4th. That's why the coaches get paid the big bucks that they get paid, is to make those decisions, and Ross did not convert. So a big stop by Wilmington. and needs a touchdown, Rick. Just think, if the field goal was good, this would be a drive you'd be going to tie or take the lead. McElvoy back to pass.
Man's covered.
Is scrambling out of there, and he's going to keep
Tuck
it.
and run.
He's going to
He's weaving his way down
for about
like
an
8 yards.
8-yard run. So a positive play made by Cameron McElvoy, the senior quarterback.
Good defense by the Rams. They had just about everybody that he was looking at covered.
But he was able to make lemonade out of lemon with that run. An 8-yard scramble pickup. 6:50 to go.
Rams lead by 10.
Gotta love the energy in the crowd tonight.
Although Troy Deals was surprised. He said he thought the crowd might be a little bit larger. Although when he talked to me earlier tonight, he was asking who was doing the broadcast, and I said Tony Mancuso and yours truly. And he said, and I don't know what was the reason, but he said, oh, I hope people show up. I said, I think they're going to come anyway. It doesn't matter who's doing the broadcast on the Campus Nation channel, but who knows? We have been sort of becoming, what do they call that?
What?
It's in our own minds. What did they say? What did they say? But we miss Jeff. Jeff normally sits in my seat.
Do.
Yeah. So we wish. Is he coaching now?
Yeah, coaching. But he's not coaching every Friday, so some nights he'll be available.
All right, good.
McElvoy back to throw. Sprinting out left, looking downfield under duress, and he is tackled. So McElvoy dropped for a loss. That's number 22, Brandon Sevier. Not sure we have this pronunciation right. We're coming down on 6 minutes to go in the game.
Time running out for the Hurricane. They're going to have to make something happen.
Possession. You got to score.
Yeah, you got to score here. You got to score either 3 or you got to score 7. One of the two. They got to get within tying distance.
McElvoy back to throw, looking deep down the field. Skips away from a sack. Is going to be run out of bounds at about the 32.
So,
Number 13, Cameron McElvoy, the ball carrier. Knocked out of bounds, number 8, Richie Jackson.
5:34 remaining in the game.
That brings up 3rd down, 7.
So it's 3rd and 7. This could be the game here, Rick.
Well, they're in 2-down territory. No matter what, they're going to have to go for it.
That's a good point.
You only have 5 minutes left.
There's no
5.5
punt
minutes
at this point.
No, you got to go for it. So you got 2 downs here to plan your attack.
So it's 3rd and 7. Ball on the 33-yard line with 5:34 to go. McElvoy back to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. He had a man open.
And just couldn't get it to him.
Underthrow him.
Campus Nation, we 2 years ago did Ohio State club football. Anything that you know about Ohio State football of any kind, including their, what would be, to a lot of people, intramural, but this is club football. These are people that are maybe in their 5th or 6th year, maybe they're a med student or whatever, but they're playing football for Ohio State in the club sport. Anyway, they won the national championship 2 years back. We covered them. It's on our YouTube channel, and they're back, and we'll be back covering them.
Big 4th down. McElvoy's in trouble, and he is going to be dropped for
good
a
defense.
sack. What a shame.
So once again, the Hurricane turn it over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 on the, 33-yard line?
That might have been the game there, Rick.
Well,
maybe.
5 minutes? I don't know. 5.5 minutes. Also,
I think we're going to see a big dose of Mr. Caldwell here, Riley Caldwell, the sophomore running back, who's going to be vying for going over 200 yards rushing.
Campus Nation, we have to firm this up, but it looks like we're going to be doing Ohio State club hockey as well. This will be the first time we've done hockey on Campus Nation.
Frassman with the keeper outside is going to cross the 35 to about the 37. Stays in bounds, so the clock is still running at 5:15 to go. 41 Ross, 31 Wilmington, coming up on 5 minutes left in the game.
Got a few fans that are
Right
heading for
now,
the gate.
5 minutes. Don't leave yet, folks.
No.
It's still a game.
But this also is a big drive for Ross. If they get stopped, you give new life to Wilmington.
There's Caldwell bowling ahead to about the 38, 39 maybe. So it's going to be a timeout. Wilmington well called here with 4:32 to go. Hamilton Ross leading Wilmington Hurricane 41-31. It is third to reset. It's third down, 6 yards to go. This is make or break time for the Wilmington defense. Rick, got to stop them here. You'd think that if Hamilton does not make it, that they'll punt.
Yeah, they definitely punt. They're not going to give Wilmington any chance of taking over in Ross's territory.
This is. I know we keep saying this over and over again. But
they have to get to the 43. They're 43 for a first down.
There's certain plays in every game that are big, that are maybe ball game determining, and we're coming up on one right here, folks. Wilmington on defense. Ross has the ball in about the 38.5-yard line.
So what do you think, Tony? Is this going to be a pass, or you think this will be a run?
I bet you it's Caldwell somewhere in the play.
I was going to say, yeah, he'd have to be involved in it. He's already had a great night. Going to be up over 200 yards when this game finishes.
This could be it. And how about that? Ross jumps offside. A false start by the right tackle of Ross.
Adam Charles, he's watching in Fort Worth, Texas, part of the Texas Metroplex of Dallas and Fort Worth. Used to live there. I lived in Richardson for a while, so I know the area well. And he is a Rams fan, so welcome to Campus Nation and our network. We're glad that we could bring this to you.
Costly mistake by Ross, so that changes the momentum.
Yeah.
Keeps Wilmington alive. Turns into third and 9.
This would have to be a pass, I would imagine.
I don't think they're going to throw the ball. And they don't. It's Caldwell bowling ahead and gets to about the original line of scrimmage, the 38-yard line. Give him about 5 more on the ground. So he's upwards of close to 200. Fourth down, you can't be going for it, Ross.
No, they're going to punt.
Well, hold on, I don't see a punter on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick kick. Not a quick kick, it's just going to be a kick.
Well, I wouldn't say so yet. 4 minutes to go. Everybody's lined up like they're going for it, Rick.
Fourth and 5?
What in the world?
This would not be good.
What in the world? It's got to be maybe a... Nope, it is a snap, and he is going for it.
And he's got it.
And my goodness, he converted. And Frassman is down the sideline to the 29-yard line.
That was one gutsy play. Got to give kudos to the Ross coaching staff over there.
Everything in the book pointed to punt, but they decided to go for it. And the quarterback of the moment, Braden Frassman, keeper on the left side, sprints all the way down inside the 30-yard line. No, excuse me. They marked him out of bounds. It is a first down. They marked him out of bounds.
Looks like the 44 of Wilmington.
So he stepped out of bounds, but my goodness,
but the clock is
down.
Still on their side. 3:41 remaining in this game. They've got a 10-point lead. All they got to do is keep running the ball.
What a gutsy call, and it worked. Caldwell bulls ahead this time and might have two, might have a yard.
So is that a timeout?
I'll tell you, I would have
Nope. Clock is running.
thought that there's no way that you'd go for it on 4th down in that situation. But of course, the Ross coaching staff thought differently, and my goodness, it worked.
Like you say, Tony, they make the big bucks, right?
3:10 to go and counting, 3:09, 3:08. It's 41 Ross with the ball, 31 Wilmington holding on defensively.
Wilmington now needs a turnover to be able to,
Not looking good. When you converted that 4th down like they did, that might have been all she wrote. There's Frassman on the keeper, just lunges ahead to the 40. There's going to be another Wilmington timeout.
Timeout for Wilmington. Time is on the Rams side, obviously, and as long as they keep the ball on the ground, they don't need to pass it. They just run the clock out, which is essentially what they're doing, and they had already achieved what they needed to do when they made that fourth down run.
2:41 to go, folks. Campus Nation Facebook page. Later on, it'll be on the campusnation.com site and the YouTube channel of campusnation.com. Of course, the sister radio station is 106.9 WZAA LPFM.
Right, and we are both over the air in Jeffersonville, Ohio, Fayette County, but we are also over the internet at the WZAA LPFM.com website. You can listen to our actual broadcast stream, which are oldies. You can listen. Sydney's got a more up-to-date mix of music, and so if you go up to the player, you can actually choose. We've also got a soul station from Dayton, Ohio that we stream for, and you can pick that station up on our WZAA webpage as well. So you got a choice of various genre.
Yeah,
as
amazing stuff you got going on, Rick. Congratulations. It's a fabulous enterprise.
All right.
2:41 left. It's 3rd and 6.
Running out the clock is what Ross is trying to do.
There's Caldwell out to the left, and my goodness, he is going for another touchdown. It is unbelievable.
He is definitely over 200
the type
yards.
of game this kid has had. Another touchdown run for Riley Caldwell, the sophomore.
Can't say enough about him.
That one went for, 40 yards plus? So he's got to be pushing 250 yards rushing, Rick.
Yeah, you're right.
47-31
is the score now, waiting
and
for the extra
it.
point.
That wraps it up.
Yeah, that will wrap it up. And that is good.
Sully Spencer, the point after. And I think it's time for Dandy Don Meredith, the old Monday Night Football broadcaster from the 70s, quarterback of the Cowboys, to come and sing, "Turn out the lights, the party's over."
Yeah, I'm sure that all Wilmington fans, alumni, and anyone that follows Hurricane football, were hoping for a different ending.
Well, this Riley Caldwell just really put on a show.
He was obviously the key to this game tonight. And
Sydney, see if you can run in and get his yards rushing now.
Now, if I was the coaches, I'd take the young man out. He's done his damage.
Well, Riley Caldwell, how many yards now? It's got to be 250 or more. Close. What a game. 3 touchdowns. He was stopped, remember, once on a long run.
There weren't any glaring faults of the Hurricane defense or offense.
Just tired.
It was just the young man that ended up with over 200 yards.
Well, you get
rushing.
48 points. A lot of it's on fatigue. And there's our man, Sully Spencer, with another kick through the end zone.
He's also been instrumental.
Yes.
There's been no chance for running the ball back.
Nope. None.
A lot of times Wilmington will have those breakaway runs. They were unable to be able to do that effectively because the ball was always in the end zone.
17 for 238.
So here we go. The official word is Riley Caldwell, 17 carries, 238 yards, 3 touchdowns. What a game. What a game. Amazing. Tell you, you're a sophomore and you're running for 238 yards in your first game of the 2021 season. That's one heck of a night. So let's see if Wilmington can add a late score. McAvoy back to pass, fires deep downfield, and that ball is going to be intercepted.
Yep, picked off.
That's picked off by number 8, Richie Jackson, the senior defensive back.
Which is not uncommon when you get to the late stages of the game and you're down by, more than a touchdown.
Well, you're just winding up and throwing
Yeah.
deep downfield.
You're hoping that you can get the ball downfield and break someone away so that you can hit them and go for a quick score. But in this case, obviously, Ross was camped back there just waiting. And it was effective. They now have the ball. A 1st and 10 at the 50. And they have right now a 17-point lead.
2:23 left, 48 for Ross, 31 Wilmington. Mr. Caldwell's still in there, Rick.
I'm surprised they didn't take him out.
He can't get to 300 with the way the field position is, but there he goes again, and that time he's going to be dropped for a loss. So he went back 2 yards.
So he gave up a couple yards on that one.
So
I don't think that his resume is going to change that much.
I don't think he's going to end up under 200 for it. What a game the kids had. Congratulations, Chase. Kid's good. Yep. We just heard from cousin Chase Holdren, who says he's always been good.
All right, 2nd and 13.
Clock running, 1:33 left in the game.
Under center.
Frassman a handoff this time. It's number 2, Aiden Brown, who's been getting a lot of snaps at quarterback. With this 2-quarterback system, I almost think like the offense has been more effective with Frassman under center. But hey, it's worked on both ends, whether it be Brown or whether it be Frassman.
Well, it's almost like defending against the wishbone
you
or
just
something like
don't
that.
know.
Where
You don't
at
know
the
who's
last minute,
taking
the
the
ball
snap.
is handed off or tossed over, and they're gone. And that's the same thing with these 2 quarterbacks. You don't know who is actually going to end up with the ball and where they're going to go.
And when you're putting 48 points on the board, that shows that it's working. A couple 4th down gutsy calls that were converted. 3rd down. Hand off to Caldwell, and he bowls ahead, and I think he has another 1st down.
And it is.
Now we're done. It's kneel down time.
35 seconds. They don't even have to snap the ball.
30 seconds and counting. Ross with a comfortable 48-31 win in kneel down formation.
Yep, I don't think they'd even snap it.
Congrats to both teams. Both played hard. Both played a nice, clean game. There wasn't any
Under
mouthing.
center.
No
12
mouthing,
seconds.
no fisticuffs.
And that's it.
There's Frassman on the kneel down, and that's going to run out the clock. Both teams come to the middle. It's 48 for Hamilton Ross, 31.
And this
for
is something
Wilmington.
that I missed from last year.
Yeah, here
them
they
being
come.
able to come to the middle and congratulate each other.
It's a nice
The
thing to
Hurricane
see.
have nothing to be ashamed
No.
of. They played a great game
They
tonight.
did.
And Ross, they were outstanding. They had the game plan down.
Both teams meeting at the 50-yard line, and the normal hand slaps and hugs that we're used to seeing. The coaches meeting at midfield on both teams. Job well done. This was a clean ball game too. No late hits, no yipping or mouthing between the two.
No, it was a clean ball game. And there weren't really a lot of penalties in the sense of flagrant penalties, you know, where someone would lose their temper or do something they shouldn't. There was, in fact, there were no personal fouls where they actually, you know, they called them for, you know, someone trying to cause harm. Next week, we will you'll have to look at our schedule, but we're hoping that we will be at Miami Trace. We'll know that first of the week. We'll talk to Aaron Hammond. He is the athletic director over at Miami Trace. And we'll also have that Massey at Anderson, which is in Forest Park, Ohio, just outside Cincinnati, or actually a suburb of Cincinnati. We'll have that next week as well. So we'll have 2 games as we normally do. We didn't because obviously Massey had that open. Remind you, before you go off air, like our pages, subscribe to our channels, and you'll be notified whenever we're back on the air with more sports action right here on Campus Nation. So, Tony, good game, good call tonight. And
thank you, Rick. It was fun as always.
My wife, Sydney, for all her support and help. She's always yes. And for Joe Holdren, and for Dean Thompson, and for Chase Holdren. Am I leaving anyone out? I think we've covered the bases, haven't we? You got everybody? Yeah. Joe looks a little tired, a little tuckered. Oh, yeah, and our dog, who is a service dog, Paisley Phillips. We call her Paisley.
Anyway, we're going to go now. Have a
Yeah.
great night, folks.
All right, good
Thanks
night.
for watching.